Welcome everyone. Here we are again. This is the late afternoon session of the Global Empowerment Hub and the Global Empowerment Summit. We are at the third Global Empowerment Summit, the third weekend, and it's all about leadership and community building. And I'm here in the studio with Yvonne, who is coming to visit us from Spain. So how awesome is this with the digital? I am just jumping countries all the time. I was in the US, I was in India, now I'm in Spain. It's just amazing what the technology makes us do. Hi, Yvonne. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. And I love this connectivity. It's a great feeling, isn't it?
It's amazing. So we are warming up a little bit, waiting for the people to join, and we have an amazing topic with you to explore in the next 20-25 minutes. But before we jump right into it, tell us a little bit about maybe yourself, maybe Spain, maybe the weather. Let's start the conversation.
Sure, I'll tell you a bit about myself. So I'm Yvonne, and I am the owner and founder of Amaze Yourself. We are an international coaching company and we coach people. And I always tell, well, if you want to remember me, remember two words, that is time and champagne. That's the two things I want you to remember. Time, because I can give almost everyone more time, not the people that are retired. And champagne, because it's not just time to work more, but it's time to enjoy life more.
Okay, just before we get into that's why it's good to warm up. Your mic is a little bit jumping or skipping, so I have a very strong voice that is making a weird backstage. So maybe you can just be without
Boost
the yeah,
sure.
maybe. Yeah, let's try it because I love the audio to be crystal clear. Audio needs to be perfect. Video doesn't matter.
Is it better?
Still a little bit. So let me check whether it's me. Okay. All right. I will ask also the audience if you hear Yvonne clearly or not so that I can see and I can get some feedback. But until then, let's try again. I will also make it sure that it's not coming from me. So tell me a little bit more about your profession because you are also doing amazing things. So let me see. Let us get to know you.
Yeah, sure. So I think it's good to tell you that I started as an international tax lawyer. In one of the big two global audit firms. So I learned a lot about efficiency, about productivity, about really, putting in the hours. I think everybody thinks lawyer, oh, they charge by the minute, right? So you need to make sure that it's worth it per minute. So that's where I kind of started my career in learning how to be very effective with your time. I climbed the corporate ladder and I did a lot, not better yet, not better.
No, I'm checking with the audience. There is still a little bit of disturbance. So the only thing is that I want to make sure that people get the value what you brought. So let's try to clear this up. Sorry for the audience for who are watching us. We need to check what is happening. Let's try again.
So is this better maybe? Because I honestly feel headphones are better, but if not...
No, still the same thing. It's like voice statics. It's a very... strong skipping and a little bit of disturbance.
Okay. Now, let's sit somewhere in a corner maybe, where I'm more like less in the open. Maybe this helps. For me it sounds different. I don't know. Do you hear me?
It's a techno. I still have the same problem. So it's either changing device or either changing the way how you speak. So your speaker needs to be very clear. I will give you a few minutes. Let's just do this. Try to figure if you can change either the speaker, the mic that you are speaking into, not your what you hear, but what you speak into.
How is
let's
this?
Try this. Oh, much better.
I changed something. Yes? Oh,
very
I found a
good.
little button.
That's it. You see, that's how good this is. Together we can find a solution. So now the audience can also enjoy. Alchan is saying hola Yvonne. So let's start the conversation from there. And let's start with the beginning. So we were saying that you are in Spain. So tell us a little bit about yourself. And let's start the conversation now.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm Yvonne of Amaze Yourself Coaching. We are an international coaching company. And I always say you need to remember two things. We help people with more time to have a better quality of life. That is why there is champagne. And I love nothing better than to show you how you can become more productive, more effective in what you do. And my slogan is be the CEO of your life, work less, live more. And I love to tell you all about it.
I love it. And we will jump straight right into it so that we have enough time to explore. And then thank you so much, Jeg and Alchen, for the feedback about the voice. And let's get this started. So your title, your way of living, I think it's your belief that be the CEO of your life. It's amazing, and it's something that leaders can explore right now. So tell us a little bit more. What's behind? I always ask about first definition, perspective. Where are you coming from? Where is this message coming from?
Yes. So I started my career as an international tax lawyer in one of the top global audit firms. And I was very pressed for productivity. It was like a really high number. So you had to work a lot to actually get those numbers. I had to be very efficient to feel good about what we were charging the clients. And I did extremely well. I climbed the corporate ladder. I worked in finance, in HR, in sales and business development. And the last 12 years of my career were focused on change management. And since 2004, I've been coaching executives. So that was my dream, to coach. And then I started my own coaching firm. And then one morning I woke up on a Monday and I didn't want to work. And I was like, this is my dream. How can I not want to work? What's going on? And I found out that even though, I started my own firm, I was working nonstop. It's kind of a thing. I was a workaholic. And I thought, no, this is not why I started my own firm. I wanted to do different. So I took all that I learned from, being more efficient, more productive. But instead of adding more, so instead of working more, I worked less, but I focused more and I set my priorities straight. And that had a major impact on my company in sense of that I got more successful, I got better results. And it had a major impact on my life. And I think Spain is like we all have this image of Spain with siestas, fiestas. I
Yes,
think that's
all the
kind of,
time.
that's kind of my life. And because it is so amazing, that's what I do. That's what I coach leaders on, to get really, work less, live more, because it is possible.
So where does it start? My question. Okay, I want to be a person who is not working that much hard. I still manage my team. I still have a successful business. It's a long list what I want, and my dreams are so big. So how can I slow down and say, all right, I can afford my siesta and I can just chill here and not rush and take all the phones and answer all the questions and reply immediately to all the emails?
Well, I love it because it's a very fair question, right? We have it and we almost immediately dismiss it. Can't be. And the reason why we dismiss it is because we are led to believe that it can't be, right? We live in an economy where everything is 24/7. You said it. You need to reply to emails immediately. So the question is really, what is your priority? And with that, with your priority, I mean, what do you want from your business or your job? And what do you want from your life? And often when we ask ourselves, what do we want? We only focus on one aspect. It's either life or it is work. Now, look at both things. And then ask yourself, okay, so if I want to be successful and I want to have, I don't know, so many sales, or I want to, get to this next step in my career, what is needed for that? Okay, now how much time do I want to spend at home? Well, way more than I'm doing now. Okay, what do I need to stop doing? That's a very important question. And we're talking about empowering. Often, if you're very honest with yourself, you are busy doing things you should not be doing. It could be that someone else needs to do them because they're way better, way quicker, way cheaper, whatever. It could be because no one should actually do it. It's just a waste of your time. We have those especially. Or it could be that you should be doing them way more efficient. For example, without procrastination, in a different way, on a specific day and time. And I'll give you, if you want a real life example, I think everybody will recognize. Email. You already talked about it, right? These days, we have always email on our phone, we have it on our computers, we have it everywhere. So what happens? It's weekends, we go out, I don't know, you go grocery shopping. A lot of people even have notifications on with like a vibration. So you're pushing your cart and oh, I got an email. What do? You check your phone, you check your email. Oh no, it's that annoying client. I need to get back to it. Or you're in the middle of a shopping center. You're not going to email your client right there. So you put it in your pocket. So what's going to happen in your mind? You go like, I need eggs, I need milk, I need to get back to that client. Not going to happen because we do this constantly. We check our email constantly, but a lot of times we don't do anything. We don't come back to it. So you are wasting time, wasting headspace. You get grumpy because it's an annoying client. So you're kind of making yourself miserable and you're not getting to your goal to be there for your clients. So what you rather do is you say, okay, I check my email on fixed times during the day. For example, morning, lunch, at the end of the day. That's all. No in between in the grocery shopping, no notifications, just there and then. And when you block the time in your calendar as well, you really get into the habit of, hey, I'm doing one, I'm doing the next. So you get that synergy effect. We've all experienced that because you're doing, it really, really helps a lot. So that's one of the very easy examples, but there's so many you could do that will help you to save time, get more done, and live, a higher quality of life.
Thank you so much. So let's push that button again because the disturbance is back again. If you can.
Hold on. Oh my words.
Let's try it again. You just
it says that there's a headset, microphone.
Yeah, you have this robotic voice.
Oh, do I? Oh my word.
Yes,
okay.
We are transforming you into a transformer. But it was so nice what you said. So until you are trying to fix it, I was just a little bit get it together. So it's good to set boundaries. It's good to create some time for yourself. Some very practical tip was that you scheduled your time for checking your emails and you don't do it while you are doing things that you like to do and with your family and while you are on the way in the grocery shop. So important. So these things are actually eating up our time and eating up our relationships, which is also very, very important, I think, in today's world.
Absolutely. Yes. Is my voice better again?
No, still
oh my
not.
Words. Okay. I don't know what to do else. Do you want me to continue?
It was really developing. So maybe what we can do is that you log in, log out for the studio until I keep the audience a little bit with me, and you try to set it again. That's my only advice that we can still try. Okay. Good, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback that the voice is still a little bit disturbed. So we will get back with Yvonne until we are fixing the show and we are fixing the voice. It would be very, very important for you to check out the program for today and for tomorrow. Today we have Faith Navobia, Dr. Faith Navobia coming up about skill development in developing countries. We have Udumna coming up with the leadership and amazing information. They are both logging in from Africa, so we are jumping continents again. And then Paula will join us about middle managers. Then we will have a little break from 6, and then we will be coming back for the night party time, not party, but 3 more interviews when we will have Victor, also from Africa, and he will talk about how to deal with dips in any business. And then we will have my fellow Hungarian Balázs coming about the Swiss knife of project management. And then we are closing the day with rare earth metals and how they are linked to sustainability, which is already pointing towards the next weekend, which will be about this topic all the way. And we are so excited excited to have someone talking about such an interesting topic. Hi, Krishan. Thanks to being here. Thanks, Alchan. Thanks, Jack. Yvonne is out of the studio for 1 minute to fixing the audio, and then we will continue. And tomorrow we will also have amazing sessions. We are starting a little bit later, so we will start around just lunchtime. I will be next to you while you are having your beautiful lunch. Armand will be here and we will talk about mental health in leadership. Then Carrie is coming back with the legacy of the leaders and about Global Leaders Thrive. Then a little break and we will go into the class with Piero and we will talk about leadership and a lot of tips. 2 hours, very intensive. You know Piero, he will put everything into this masterclass. Then Alia is joining us, talking about her topic, which is about multitaskers, and then another masterclass with keynote speaking, and we are closing the day with 2 more interviews with John, Scott, and Jeff, and finishing with a networking quiz. So let me bring up Yvonne and let's try the voice again. Hi, Yvonne.
Hello, am I better now?
Yes, now it's perfect. So let's keep it like this.
Okay, so I won't move. I'm gonna sit still.
Yes,
Right.
it will be a bit hard, but it's okay. We have like 15 minutes, so no problem. So, or sorry, not 15, but 10 minutes. So we will speed up and tell everything about this amazing topic. You already shared amazing wisdom nuggets, so we love what you shared until now. And then let's work on this further. So we are already there. We are already separating our emails. We are conditioning and visualizing how we can do less. All right. We are doing a little bit more time management. That's already fixed. So what's after all this? Because there will be still people on our doors knocking that, hey, I'm here. Speak to me. Attention. So how can you say no?
Well, one very good quote to remember. If I say yes to someone else, I'm saying no to myself. And the question is really be very, very diligent, be very careful with what you say yes to, especially when it concerns work for someone else. Because all too often we say yes to please. We say yes because, well, we get asked without even thinking about it. And sometimes you can simply say, well, can I think about it? Or a great question is not to ask, when do you need it? Because then the answer is always automatically tomorrow or, in 2 days or this afternoon. But instead say, I'm happy to help, I can do it, but can I get back to you next week? If that's truly when you have the time, so to say, right? Then you will be surprised, first of all, by how often the answer will be yes. And then you feel like, oh my God, I said, too often, oh, I will do it immediately. But you will always be surprised as well with the people who say, you know what, never mind, I'll do it myself. And then again, you go like, why did I want to do it in the first place? So be very careful with what you say yes to. And if you are very clear on what you want to achieve in life and your business, ask yourself, if I'm going to say yes, does that help me to achieve my goals? So if your goal is to leave the office early because you want to spend a lovely night at home, and there comes a last minute request, does that help you with your goal? No. Okay, so I'm happy to help, but I have another obligation tonight. Could I do it later this week? I know it may need some practice, but as soon as you try it out and you see how easy it actually is to tell people, I'm happy to help, but not right now. Yeah, it really, really is very powerful to experience being able to say no.
Love it. The power of no, taking back control over our own life and being the CEO. I think that's exactly. So we explored the first part, and then we have the work class and the live more part, which is also very important. I think after you take back the control, after you know that you have the power in your hand to decide what you prioritize and what you want to spend your time with and what is serving your goals, now we have the work less and live more. So how we can optimize, how can we create an environment, create processes, create a team that is making it sure that we work less and live more.
So one of the things that is very helpful to me and my clients is to work with what I like to call daily success habits. And those are kind of the essentials during your day, your non-negotiables. And they should be on several levels. They should be mentally, so that they help you, feel great about yourself. They should be physically. So maybe when you're like Andrea, you like to start dancing your day, or you like with a workout, or simply, getting your body into movement, very important. But also take enough breaks during the day, drink water, eat healthy, sleep enough. Those are essentials to actually be more productive, to work less, but to feel better as well. And then there are the work essentials. So if you have your goal clarified, you know what you have to do a minimal every day to achieve that goal with small steps. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be doing more, but we also know that often we can't achieve our goals because kind of life takes over, right? I think today is a real good example because I've tried to log in like 3 times because the mic didn't work. Now, I can totally stress out. I can think, oh my word, I didn't do right. Or I just continue on a different device, right? You make it work. That's the same with life. But often we forget that we had to do something that is critical to achieve our goals. Well, if you have those essentials in place, those are the minimum things. That means that no matter what life throws at you, you will always work on it. You will always work on your goals. And the thing is, as soon as you work on those, you are inclined to do more. So it's like your safety net if you start with your daily success habits. So that's the one thing I highly recommend. And you already said it, get a team around you, a supportive team. There are so many people that are happy to support you. I can tell you, I just moved to Spain. It's an international move. Unfortunately, my Spanish is still developing, saying it mildly. So I had to ask for way more help than I would normally have done. And I can tell you what, it is amazing. I'm like, I never go back. And I already asked quite a bit of help because I'm not shy to ask help. I know very well what I'm good at, and I extremely know what I'm not so good at. Guess what? Technology isn't my strong suit, as we've all seen, right? So normally I have someone supporting me. And as you get into that attitude, ooh, this is not my strong suit, who can help me? It's amazing. And you have a network and you can give back, because when you are good at something, you're happy to do it. It's not difficult at all. And that's how you really get to a higher quality of life, but working less.
I love it. I mean, this topic is so important, and we already spent the time that we have together. So I may call you back next week just to make another conversation about this if you are free. But
I would love that, Andrea. I would love that. But then I'm going to sit somewhere else with a better setup. So yes.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. But I think already there is so much value. So make some time for yourself. Take back the control over the things. Prioritize. Set some time for your emails throughout the day. Don't check them all the time. Same goes for WhatsApp messages, I guess. It's crazy here in Asia about WhatsApp and all these kind of things. Then you have also some things like creating a team, like making sure that you are having some kind of a routine, and then also how you will manage your non-negotiables, which is those points that you will never and ever will compromise with, and learn to say no. So a lot of knowledge here. Please listen to it. I will edit this and it will be an amazing session later on the podcast, so don't worry. And we will arrange that second session because I think we will need more time to explore the topic. It's so deep, and there is so much more, even about digital part and how you can make this sustainable, because it's just one thing to create and be the CEO of your life for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but you have to keep it sustainable, right?
Yes, I'm totally with you. And that's sometimes a challenge. So let's talk about this more. I love it. Thank you so much for having me, and apologize for being a
No
technical
problem.
drama.
The answer is always flexible and we improvise a lot. So no worries, Yvonne. Thank you so
Good.
much and have an
Thank
amazing
you.
day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so we had Yvonne and the technology and the digital challenges, but we still managed and you still got a lot of tips. Now I'm heading over to another link where we will meet Dr. Faith Navobia Udumna, and we will talk about other things related to adios, gracias. We are learning also Spanish right now while we are doing this show. So see you very, very soon at the other link with the other guests, and just keep on waiting. I'm bringing you someone amazing right now.